It's episode 33, and my guest today is Joanne Kerton, the Canuck Quilter. Joanne has been quilting for over 20 years and has published over 20 patterns along the way. She loves to play with shapes, colors, and layouts and figuring out the math that goes along with it. She has had her patterns featured in quilting magazines, catalogs, and now teaches and speaks about quilting as well. On her website, she writes, "I've finally figured out what I want to be when I grow up, a quilter." So let's get into her story. Joanne Kerton, welcome to the show.
Thanks for inviting me.
It's so nice to have you here. As a fellow Canadian, I absolutely love your designs, your logo, your website, everything. So before we get into that though, you've been quilting for over 20 years. So what got you started?
My brother's wedding, actually. I needed to get him a wedding gift. And I've been kind of interested in quilting and thinking I'd like to learn someday. But the cost was an issue there. The money was tight and getting the tools was tight. And so I thought, well, I could buy him a gift, or I could use that money to buy quilting stuff and I could make him a quilt. And so I did. I had a friend at the time who did paper piecing. She didn't do well with precision cutting. And so paper piecing was a thing for her. So she taught me how to do some paper piecing and pointed me in the direction of a book. And I went to the fabric store and bought some fabric, and I dove right in. And it took me a while. I'll say his wedding gift was about a year and a half late, but he knew it was coming. Yeah. So and
so your very first gift was a paper pieced quilt. That sounds difficult to start off with.
And actually it wasn't so much. And I did have Carol to hold my hand a little bit. It's like, okay, am I doing this right? And she pointed me in the right direction. And actually, people are scared of paper piecing. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I will say it makes it really easy to get those crisp points. That looks like you were like a precision piecer. Yeah. But there was no precision cutting happening or anything. So yeah, it was my first one, and I hand quilted it because I couldn't figure out the machine quilting part, which is probably why it was so late getting to my brother and sister-in-law. But I got hooked. It was my first one, and I kept going from there.
Tell us about your red and white quilts. You've got a couple of them.
I've got a few. I think my favorite is 150, and you might guess I designed that one for the 150th anniversary. Yeah. Was it 2017? 2017. And that one was kind of fun to make because I designed it in EQ. I went out to the Northcott website and I saw their O Canada line that they released for the anniversary, and I fell in love with those prints. I really love the background print. There's a print that's like newspaper clippings from 1867.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's just kind of fun.
No, you
it really puts that maple leaf.
You said star again.
One great big maple leaf. Pointy thing.
Okay, go right back to this quilt has 13 maple leaves.
Stars again.
That's so funny. Just tell the story from scratch. 13 stars. No, just kidding.
This quilt has 13 maple leaves on the sides and along the bottom. It's a asymmetrical design, and each leaf is for a province or a territory. And I've gone ahead and quilted the postal abbreviation for the province or the territory. So NB for New Brunswick and NS for Nova Scotia and so on. So that's kind of fun in there to have all of those represented. And then one big maple leaf for just the country as a whole. And I've got that newsprint in the background with all the little snippets of information about 1867 on the background.
SAS Boutique is dressing me in style for the podcast. You can check out the podcast trailer on the Quilter on Fire YouTube channel to see what I'm wearing each week. This adorable dress is an Angela Mara design. It's printed linen and it's so comfy. It has little pockets. Just call 250-494-1677. SAS Boutique, beautiful, comfortable, classy clothing. Did you like this trailer? Hit that subscribe button to get the new podcast trailer every week and click on the link in the description below to listen to the full podcast.